he be driving me crazy, baby. I'm standing in the booth trying to make me lately, baby. I know that my time on the way, gotta keep on waiting. I see my daddy with dope in the kitchen, hell no, not in the basement. This shit that I think and outrageous, facing the wood out the gate, got me feeling amazing. And I'm just high and lazy, switching through lights, been Shakespeare raised. Packed the wood, DJ, and I told him to face it. Leave it to me and I bet I erase. I glow in the dark and they came with a laser. I'm on the top floor, rock Versace jeans with the blaze. Can't spend all of mine, made love to this paper. Yeah, I remember them days I went nail at a body quick.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Baby CEO. I'm back here with another video. And in today's video, again, we catching this man who catches his girlfriend, or hold on, yeah, he catches his girlfriend / baby mama cheating on him. You hear me? He walk in and he gets smoked, gang. This shit is insane, fool. Tune in. Let's make sure y'all watch to the end. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Let's get into this video. I ain't gonna take no time waiting on that.
He came unannounced. He didn't tell me. I was unaware that he was coming or had plans even to come. At 3:28, he comes through the door. I was asleep, and to my knowledge, Trey was asleep. So we sleepy. It's 3 in the morning. I wake up to shots.
What started as a young woman's attempt to clear her name in a murder case would incriminate her even more. 20-year-old Tyree Richardson was shot 16 times after walking into what he thought was his home. But when his baby mother decided to tell her,
Do your research. He got shot 16 times for walking into what he thought was his home. Wow.
her side of the story on social media, she may have talked herself into an indictment. Her name is Autumn Anderson, and her own words may have sealed her fate.
I seen some comments like, how do you sleep through 16 shots? I hopped out to the first one. Trey is literally sitting up in the bed, shooting in the door frame, and I see Tyree's silhouette in the door frame. I thought that Trey was going to think like he was there off the strength of me. And so I jump up and I run out of the room. When I'm running out of the room, Tyree is literally falling into the room as he's being shot. He was shot 16 times.
The way Autumn described watching her child's
You in there cheating on this man, and then the nigga you cheating on him with thinking he getting broke in also. He shoot this nigga 17 times. Dang. This shit not cool, cuz. That's all I'm gonna say.
father get gunned down felt cold and emotionless. No tears, no trembling voice, no visible trauma, just facts delivered like a weather report. After Terrence Kenneth Yancey, the shooter, was convicted and sentenced to 18 years for voluntary.
When I told y'all this is getting crazy, bro. This is crazy. Like, let's put it in y'all situation, okay? Y'all at home chilling, okay? Females, okay, we're gonna put it in female shoes, okay? You got your side dude off, okay? Your main nigga come home, your side nigga smoke your main nigga. Shoot him 17 times. It's crazy.
Voluntary manslaughter, this case seemed to have closed. But Autumn's decision to go public with her story did something unexpected. It made people question whether the real mastermind walked free.
But at the end of the day, if Tyree would have known who was in that house, he wouldn't have put himself in that situation.
Right.
And he was in that situation because of his love, of what he thought was genuine. And genuine wasn't nothing but a fraud, a fake, and a phony.
Materialistic.
Hey, young man, like
Let's go back to the beginning, because this story has layers that run deeper than anyone initially understood. Tyree Tashawn Richardson was born on April 26, 2002, into what many would call the perfect family. His parents, Lindsay and Roger Richardson, had been
take a hit for y'all. What yo gotta say?
You can kiss her, you can hug her, you can tell her that you love her to her face, bro. But that bitch ain't
married for 25 years. They raised 4 children together in a home built on love, structure, and unwavering support. Lindsay and Roger Richard, what many would call the person, was born on April 26, 2002, into what many would call the perfect family. His parents, Lindsay and Roger Richardson, had been married for 25 years. They raised 4 children together in a home built on love, structure, and unwavering support. Tyree wasn't just their son, he was their heart. By age 20, Tyree had already accomplished more than most. He was a rising rapper who went by FSO Gunk, with several successful albums under his belt.
We them young niggas who shipping the cargo, busting the swipe Wells Fargo. Stolen the plug, say I pay him tomorrow. Jewelry bust down, cost you a car now. Rolling up Bossio Gelato. I loan you pay me tomorrow. Trap out PG, pull up the log. I'm clicking that head and I switch fully auto.
But music was
It is
just
what it
one
is. He's been
passion.
paid from his
Tyree
music.
was also a businessman who owned a food truck called Despot 301 and ran a successful dog breeding operation.
Hey, I'm cool, man.
Right,
What
yeah,
you
what you
out here
mean?
for? It's fat.
Last shit, yeah. Stop playing.
It's fat,
That's
baby.
hot,
Hey,
boy.
come on, man. What it make you do? Hey,
It gonna be finger looking good.
Hop in that
Looking
motherfucker,
good,
son.
oh.
tell him we got that new shit in
It's
there
that
too,
brand new. Brand spanking
Man,
new.
give me a month or two, man. This motherfucker gonna be up and running. I want y'all to support. Man, black businesses need to support each other a little more. In the community, we gonna be all over PG.
That
I
boy
just wanna
motivating
inspire
the
the
youth, yeah.
and do something a little different for the community. But we'll be serving everything, breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything, man. I just want, it's an experience for me, so, you know what I'm saying?
Ambitious, driven,
Yeah.
family-oriented. These were the traits that defined Tyree Richardson, but they were also the traits that would ultimately lead to his downfall, because Tyree believed in fighting for the people he loved, even when they didn't want to be saved. During his high school years, Tyree met
be
Autumn
like that.
Anderson. She was young, beautiful, and seemingly shared his vision
Keep it real. My dad was one of them folks that'll fight for something that probably wasn't worth it, but he'll really fight for it to try to keep it alive. So I know how I feel, bro. For real, for real.
of building something meaningful together. They fell for each other hard, creating what appeared to be a love story destined for happiness. Autumn often claimed she loved him, especially when times were good between them, but their relationship was built on shaky ground from the very beginning. April 26th, 2020, Tyree's 18th birthday. What should have been a celebration nearly became his funeral. After a night of partying, someone tried to ambush him as he returned home. Multiple gunshots rang out in the quiet Crofton neighborhood,
And what
but
did she
somehow Tyree managed to escape with his life. The incident left more questions than answers. Nobody knew Tyree's exact location that night except for two people, his girlfriend Autumn and one close friend. So how did someone show up out of nowhere, armed and
Do your research on his girlfriend being with ops, bro. Like, she really with the other team, bro. And let's find out the nigga that was in the bed is from somewhere he don't go very often. You feel what I'm saying? Like, set up.
and ready to kill? Tyree grew suspicious of Autumn, but at the time, he chose to let it go. Love, it seems, can make you blind to even the most obvious red flags. Autumn later described how she had gone all out to make his birthday special.
So April 26th was Tyree's birthday. And for Tyree's birthday, I had got somebody to come in, do an at-home massage for him. I had cooked
Huge red flag. You gotta debunk this on social media in front of the world. Like, we have problems like that in the world. Think you did it that much, gang? She's debunking this for probably Facebook, but she's debunking this on live.
brunch. I had went out. I had got him gifts. We had went out to dinner with his family, and then we went to the club.
Perfect girlfriend behavior, right?
They didn't want to hear that shit. They think she did it for sure.
Right? But the questionable part is that none of Tyree's friends showed up to his birthday celebration. Not one. His best friend Boog, who lived with them, was mysteriously absent the entire day. It was as if people who knew Tyree best sensed something was wrong. When they returned from the club that night, Autumn continued her account.
So when he pulls into the parking spot, he put the car in park. He started
None of your day one homies there. With your girlfriend getting all set up. You ain't trying to chill with the bros on your birthday. I get you got shorty there, but you got shorty when you get to the crib too, though. The bros. Nobody. Not day one. No family members. Like, your right hand man?
Start rolling up a J. He never was going into the house. He never was like leaving us in the car or nothing like that. He was getting out to hit his J. He went to the back of the car, like on the trunk, leaned against the trunk, and was about to hit his J. Now, mind you, I'm still talking to her. Now, when I'm facing the back seat of the car, I can clearly see him out of the window. And when he sits back to hit his J, it was like almost immediately, like he just took off. Like I just seen a fast motion past the car, and I just seen another fast motion past the car.
Someone knew exactly where Tyree would be and when he'd be vulnerable. The setup was too precise, too calculated to be random. Yet, somehow, Tyree survived that night.
You should have left that hoe alone, bro. You should have, something that night you should have stopped doing, fool. You should have stopped doing something that night, bro. That shit got you killed. But a nigga chasing you, all your folks in his car. It probably wasn't no men in that car, but your folks in that car. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be going on, guy. Like, literally, foul on the play, guy, and get right. Like, after that, you should have got the right. You should have got very right.
But surviving the first attempt only made Tyree more determined to figure out who wanted him dead. And that investigation would lead him down a path that connected directly to the woman sleeping beside him. In the weeks following the birthday ambush, disturbing details emerged. Through social media and street intelligence, Tyree discovered that the person who had tried to kill him was connected to someone very close to home. The friend who lived with them, Boog, had been dropped off at a library near their neighborhood by someone with direct ties to Tyree's would-be assassin. The same friend who was convened with direct Boog had been dropped off at a library near their neighborhood by someone with direct ties to Tyree's would-be assassin. The same friend who was conveniently absent during Tyree's entire birthday celebration.
Mind you, he's lived with us ever since we moved in. And so that's why I felt the need to, come on here and really be very thorough about what happened to the full extent. Whether it make me look good or bad, like Tyree definitely was looking at my friend. Yes, he was looking at her because she was the only person with us that night.
While she admits Tyree suspected her friend of setting him up, she fails to mention one crucial detail that would later become the centerpiece of everything that followed. During this same period, Autumn was already involved with another man, a man named Terrence Kenneth Yancey, who went by Trey. And according to Autumn herself, this relationship had been building for months. The stage was set for a deadly love triangle. Tyree fighting to save his family and relationship, Trey falling for a woman who belonged to another man, and Autumn playing both sides while appearing to choose neither. Fast forward 2 years, Autumn gets pregnant, and despite all the red flags, all the suspicion, all the near-death experiences, Tyree tries harder than ever to make their relationship work. He wants to be a family. He wants to give his son the stable, loving home he grew up in. But Autumn had other plans. Was this all an elaborate setup from the very beginning? And if Autumn was willing to orchestrate one attempt on Tyree's life, what would stop her from trying again? Before we get too deep, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you find value in these discussions. By 2021, Autumn was pregnant with Tyree's child. What should have been a joyous time became the most turbulent period of their relationship. Autumn admits that getting pregnant sealed the deal for her living arrangements, but it also sealed something else, the beginning of the end. During her pregnancy, their relationship became increasingly volatile. Autumn discovered that Tyree was involved with other women, and her response was to lean further into her connection with Trey. But she wasn't just emotionally checking out. She was actively building a relationship with another man while carrying Tyree's child.
The duplicity ran both ways. While Autumn was secretly building her future with Trey, Tyree was fighting desperately to hold on to what he thought they had. He supported her dreams, paying for her cosmetic surgery procedures, buying her cars, and providing everything she needed, all while she was planning her exit strategy. March 2022 brought their relationship to a breaking point. COVID-19 had shut down Autumn's beauty business, forcing her to rely entirely on Tyree for financial support. She was living in his house, eating his food, driving cars he paid for, all while maintaining her relationship with his rival. The recorded conversation that follows reveals the true depth of their dysfunction. Tyree, desperate and broken, pours out his heart in what would become one of the most haunting pieces of evidence in this entire case.
You should allow me to work the show for my child, for you, for all the shit I dragged you through for the last 4 years, you know. I honestly feel as if our next 6 months is gonna be so great about our relationship that you will be able to just forget about everything that's happened in the past. I just really think you would see a greater change. I don't like when you tell me it's no more because I really got shit. I really do care.
Listen.
Think that this can work. Don't keep cutting me off. I really do think that this can work. I know we can work it out. I want to do this shit with you without my home, without you being in my home, without you being here. It sucks. It's empty. Yesterday, I was fucking in my room all day. I can't keep doing this shit. I can't keep living like this. I don't want to be with nobody else. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sometimes you got to move on, bro. You just have to move on, gang. It's literally best for your soul that you move on. Like, you can't do nothing else but move on, bro.
I honestly don't know what to say. I can just tell you I'm sorry because I've literally done a lot of shit that's weighed this relationship down. I've done a lot of shit that can make you hate me. I've done a lot of shit that can make you look the other way when I could be saying something right. But I just want you to open your mind up and just to see everything we losing. A house. Me being with my child every day. A bunch of shit. Like, I don't want to lose my love with you. I don't want to have to restore all that shit. Then we come back to each other and we work it out and then we have to do all that again. I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to stop the baby steps again. I'm just asking you to try. Hey, any sign of me cheating, any sign of me doing anything wrong, you can leave. You can go right out the door.
That's what you don't understand is I don't want to work it out. In order to work it out, no, wait, let me finish.
I know you don't want to. I already understand you don't want to work it out, and I know why, because it takes me this long to try to put it together.
I'm not
but
talking.
that's not the way I want to go.
So can I talk?
Yes.
In order to work something out, both people have to want it.
Yes.
And I don't. So I'm telling you how this is gonna go.
I just don't think we should be like this, baby. I'm trying to run the show, and I just think you should just give me an opportunity to fix it.
She literally said, like, after that, like, you just gotta move on. She gonna eventually want it, but you just keep moving on, guys. She bad for you.
With our relationship, I'm so down on this shit. I'm so mentally broken. I really want to fix my home, bro.
You're so mentally broken.
Babe, I've been through a lot of shit. You've been through a lot too. I'm not knocking that, bro. I'm not knocking that. I've been through a lot of shit. You've been through a lot too. I'm not knocking that, bro. I'm not knocking that. At the end of the day, you went through shit when it was most trauma and you were having a baby. I was a terrible boyfriend. I was never there. I was absent. I wanted to smoke J's more than worrying about my family and making sure y'all straight. I was worried about getting high, stimulation in my brain, shit like that. I'm not worried about that. I honestly have a clear head. I honestly think about putting my family in. I honestly thinking about still being able to stand. So if emergencies come, if you crash your car, shit happen, I'll be able to put us back on our feet like that. That's man shit. I don't want to lose you, bro.
I'm not even gonna think about losing you because that shit is hard for me to endure, bro. Definitely the day before Christmas. I keep telling you, I never had a Christmas with you, bro. I just wanna try to spend time with you at least, try to enjoy my life with you while I can. I only had one life. We already had a kid. We already started a family. Let's get this shit right while we can. Before it's too late. It's not too late, baby, because we're right here talking. It's not too late. We're right here talking. It's not too late. We still there together. It's not too late. Why?
Because I work here.
Okay, and I'm asking you to just love me
I feel bad
again.
for Boog that he has to get
I'm just
the
asking
car.
you to love me again, babe. I'm
It's
asking you to,
convenient.
please. I'm just asking you to love me again. I'm just
My
asking
son's
you to.
stuff is here.
I'm just
And
asking you.
until I'm able to...
You're not moving. I don't want you to leave. I
You're
don't
not
want you
gonna
to
tell
do
me
all
what
that.
to do.
I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I want you to just see.
Yeah, asking a girl to love you is crazy. If we finna start skipping through this video is an hour.
See positivity out of the
There's
situation.
no positivity.
It is positivity. You're making it negative. If I'm telling you, it's still positive.
I
If
just
I'm
bust your
telling you,
head open.
babe,
I
and
just bust your
I'm
brain.
fine. Okay, I'm still seeing positivity. You're the one who's painting a negative on the situation. You not understanding. You
Situation
laughing at
itself
me, bro.
is negative.
It's
I
not
can't
because I'm
paint
right
negative
here.
on it. Work this.
You did some shit like that. I'm still like.
Yeah, we gotta
Was accusing him of disrespect while she was being intimate.
That's man, like paying for your last class. I wanted to spend all my money in LA. So I'm gonna look out for her. I'm gonna help her. Boom. Next time I want to spend all my money in LA. I'm gonna pay for the surgery. I'm gonna help her out. I'm gonna help her deal with her bills. Help her do with her.
So, okay,
Yeah,
listen.
I feel like-
Other than materialistic things, what do you offer in this relationship? Other than materialistic things, so that support.
Yes.
So cheating on me my whole pregnancy, that's support.
Babe, you can't bring up from 3 years ago.
Okay, so punching me in my face 7 days ago, that's
That's
support.
wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. You're right. That's the type of conversation I want to have, though. So I can improve, so I can fix myself, so I
Nigga.
can just build. You think that this doesn't
Do
help
you
me, but
realize
this
that
really does help me. Like,
This relationship literally drives you crazy.
I don't think it drives me crazy. I love the relationship so much it drives me crazy when I lose it.
But
That's a problem.
But I feel like you the one that lost it.
I did. I admit I
So-
lost it. I played a role in us losing the relationship.
The irony was staggering. While Tyree was denying phone calls with other women, Autumn was literally living a double life with another man. She was accusing him of disrespect while she was being intimate with Trey, planning a future with Trey, and using Tyree's money to prepare for that future. But perhaps the most revealing part of this entire conversation was what Autumn didn't say. She never once mentioned that she had been seeing someone else. She never admitted to her own infidelity. Instead, she let Tyree grovel, beg, and blame himself for everything wrong in their relationship. By June 2022, their son Cody had been born, but instead of bringing them together, the child became another source of conflict. Tyree was a devoted father who wanted to be present in his son's life every day. Autumn, however,
sometimes they hate that. I done been through that too.
had different plans. She moved out of their shared home and went to live with her mother, but she didn't cut ties completely. She kept Tyree on the hook, allowing him to visit, to spend time with Cody, to believe that reconciliation was still possible. Meanwhile, her relationship with Trey was intensifying. They were spending nights together, making plans, and building the foundation for what she saw as her real future. Tyree was the past, Trey was her future, and Cody was the bridge.
This the thing now though. Trey done killed your baby daddy. Trey locked up for 18 years. He not coming home, your baby daddy gone. You probably locked up too. Kids have no parents.
Bridge between both worlds. The week leading up to June 13th, 2022 was particularly volatile. Tyree had been calling, texting, and trying to see Cody. Autumn was giving him mixed signals, sometimes warm and accommodating, other times cold and dismissive. On June 12th, the night before the shooting, Autumn and Trey had been drinking and spending intimate time together at her mother's house. According to Autumn's own account, they went upstairs around 2:50 a.m. and laid down in bed together. At 3:28 a.m.,
everything changed. Tyree Richardson used his door code, the same code he'd always had, to enter what he still considered his family's home, but it was actually her mother's house. He took off his shoes before walking upstairs, a sign that he intended to stay, to sleep, to be present for his son in the morning. What he found instead was the woman he loved in bed with another man. What happened next would be debated in courtrooms, argued in social media comments, and analyzed by forensic experts. But one thing was undeniable. By
It's foul, bro. This shit foul, bro. The nigga came home to lay in the bed with you at your mama house. Why? I can't speak on that. He had his own crib for sure. But he trying to be with you and his son, bro. He trying to wake up, surprise his son, bro. He walk in the room, get shot, sit with.
3:32 a.m., Tyree Richardson was dead, shot 16 times with most of the bullets hitting him in the back. But was this self-defense, or was this the final act of an elaborate plan that began 2 years earlier on Tyree's
I done messed up my space.
birthday? According to Autumn's account,
Or was it self-defense? You shot Tyree in the back straight. 16 times straight. You damn near dumped the clip on the nigga that was running away from you, Trey. Trey, you're gone, Trey. You fucked up. Very much, Trey. His back was turned, Trey. His shoes were off, Trey. No self-defense.
she and Trey were asleep when Tyree arrived, but the forensic evidence tells a different story. The autopsy revealed that Tyree was shot while lying on the bed, not standing in a doorway as Autumn initially claimed. Multiple bullets struck him in the back, suggesting he wasn't facing his attacker when the shooting began. 16 shots. In a house with other family members sleeping nearby. In a neighborhood where children lived. The excessive nature of the shooting raised immediate red flags for investigators. At 3:32 a.m., emergency services received a frantic 911 call. But it wasn't Autumn who made that call. It was her sister.
They're not starting, okay? I have more questions. No, I need somebody. They are getting not started. I'm going to continue to ask questions, okay? Are you listening now? Yes, I'm listening. Baby, how old is he? Is he awake? Is he breathing? Okay, just to clarify, is he breathing? No, he's talking to us. Okay, listen carefully. Are you recording now? Are you recording now? No. You know, as far as well, get a possible, do it now and tell me when it's done. Get what? Get the phone as well, get as possible, don't hang up, do it now, tell me when it's done. Okay, listen carefully. Slap his back on the floor around and remove anything under his head. Remove what? Remove anything under his head. Lay him flat on his back on the floor. Okay, listen carefully and I'll tell you how to do chest compression. Make sure he is flat on his back on the floor and round. Place the heel of your hand.
This nigga not 50 Cent, bruh. We need ambulance on saying in 5 minutes or he's gone.
On the breastbone, right between the nipples. Okay, you have to do this. Place your heel.
And even if he was, guy, he damn near cost twice as many bullets as 50 Cent did.
Take another breastbone wrist. Put your other hand on top of that hand. And put the hand on top of the other hand. Yes. Now I want you to pump the chest very fast, at least 5 per second, and 2 inches deep. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1.
We gonna listen. Cause they gonna give you the entire call, bro.
If you listened carefully to that call, you would hear that while paramedics were desperately trying to save Tyree's life, you can hear Autumn calling for the family dog. Come on, baby. Come on.
Her priorities in that moment would become desperately trying. If you
I can get some purchase, okay? This is update on okay.
If you listened carefully to that call, you would hear that while paramedics were desperately trying to save Tyree's life, you can hear Autumn calling for the family dog. Come on, baby. Come on. Her priorities in that moment would become a source of outrage for Tyree's family and the public who would later hear this recording. A man, the father of her child, was dying in front of her, and she was concerned about.
And there is no way in my heart that you can tell me that man was gonna be a deadbeat and not give his kids everything they needed, gang. You can't tell me he wasn't gonna work very hard, bro. You can't tell me that man wasn't dedicated to give his life to kids they needed, gang. You can't.
About finding a pet? Terrence Kenneth Yancey fled the scene immediately after the shooting, but he didn't get far. A massive manhunt ensued, and within 24 hours, he was captured hiding in a wooded area in Dunkirk, Maryland. The prosecution offered him a plea deal, 3 to 8 years in prison. It was an insult to Tyree's family, but they prepared for
don't accept it, so I can get your ass way longer. Because you talking
the possibility that justice might be limited. Then something unexpected happened. Terrence turned down the plea deal. Why would someone facing murder charges reject such a lenient offer? Terrence genuinely believed he had done nothing wrong. In his mind, he was protecting Autumn from a dangerous ex-boyfriend. He felt justified in emptying his clip into an unarmed man. This decision to go to trial would prove to be a crucial mistake, not just for Terrence, but potentially for Autumn as well. During the trial, disturbing details emerged. The forensic evidence contradicted the initial narrative of self-defense. Bullet trajectories showed that at least some of the shots were fired downward, indicating that Terrence stood over Tyree as he lay wounded or dying. But perhaps most damaging...
You do not beat the system, guy. You shot that nigga in his back. Once the nigga hit the floor, you shot him in his back. And you hit more. You shot the nigga 16 times. 2 times more than 50 Cent, guy. You thought he was gonna... You didn't think he was gonna live. You wanted him dead. I forgot you were his rival. You're an opposing gangs in this nigga. Shorty down, no, she just getting fucked. Tweaking.
Was testimony from other witnesses. The homeowner testified that Tyree lived there, contradicting later claims that he was an unwelcome intruder. Phone records showed ongoing communication between Tyree and Autumn right up until the night of the shooting. The jury convicted Terrence Kenneth Yancey of voluntary manslaughter and multiple firearms violations. He was sentenced to 18 years in prison. Justice, it seemed, had been served, but for Tyree's family, this was just the beginning of their fight.
After his passing, the family of Tyree had gone on his Instagram and posted a phone conversation between them and Autumn's mother.
Cody is family, which makes y'all family. We have to be family. And at the end of the day, if we just think about what Tyree wants, that's all that matters. It's not about me. But see, Roger, and you gotta also know what you're dealing with in front of you. You know, that was like, they all just, they could fight, fist fight literally, and then be mad at each other for a week, but they brothers. That's what brothers do. But at the end of the day, Cody can't. We know Cody loves Tyree. He loves us. He loves y'all. He loves everybody. He's blessed enough to have a family. But I just wanted to give the backstory because, and I've been telling, like, have Autumn call me. Like, I want to talk to her. She needs to understand.
Autumn is a fucking mess.
I bet she is.
She's just arguing with her dad. She's trying to come out the car. She's not seeing her mom. And we're all just, everybody's just trying to be there for her, but it's like she not knowing how to talk to her, and in the middle of it, she'll just stop and start crying.
Yeah.
And, you know, I want to say this because it's like, you know, I was getting a lot of, you know, messages to my phone, and I got screenshots unsolicited. I didn't ask for people to send them. You know, I seen something Michael posted, and it's just like, if anybody thinks that I have any control over Autumn, a Taurus, a 20-year-old,
Right, but and you know what? I'm not even mad at her about that because at the end of the day, we all human and they young. And I can go back to when I was in my relationship 20 years ago. I'm 45. We've been married for 23 years. We weren't perfect either. So nobody's perfect, but sometimes you have to find that it's just unfortunate that it ended the way that it did. And I know from my son's side, I know from my son's side, he would have, if he knew what he was walking into, he would not have walked into that situation the way that he did. And that could have been a bad situation for the other person. He probably wouldn't. Right. And so unfortunately that person, they have to now deal with that for the rest of
As a drill rapper, bro, that nigga probably would have walked in there with Chop Out. He was a drill rapper.
their life. But I did want her to understand that what I was initially told reflected my reaction. But as I've been working closely with the detectives, like they have been saying, they have been confirming and they have been, well, this is what happened. And at the end of the day, it can't bring Tyree back. So I can't really fester on it. But what I can do is I can't allow our family to be broken over what should have happened. Like, everybody makes their own decisions, and I don't, and I think as I told you in the message when you sent to Roger, this is Tyree's mom, I don't do social media. Just call me, because I know that things can be... I thought you were saying, I'm not right. But I know that's the lifestyle that he chose. This life, I didn't expect that. Just being in love, right. He died to his heart, but at the end of the day, he wouldn't have had it no other way, because that is who he wanted. He didn't care under no circumstances. So I can accept some of that. And like I said, Autumn would deal and have to heal in her own process. Yeah, and I have that being.
Autumn didn't care.
It was unfortunate because, this my sister.
Her child growing up and being a street nigga that ain't as successful as her dad ain't got nothing to do with her. She don't really give a fuck. She doesn't.
And I love her, and I would never.
Charges.
The detectives knew what they were dealing with. They knew it wasn't all truth to the story. But sometimes when right? Timing is everything. So we decide to celebrate Tyree's life, his legacy. You feel like you have to defend yourself, and in defending yourself, you actually tell some of the truths that was never told before. And what you have to realize, you should never forget what you say or do. Because one thing is, when you're honest, it's the truth. Whether it's now or 2 years later, you're never going to forget what you say. When you're not honest, you end up telling on yourself, and you end up telling the truth.
Today, Tyree Richardson rests in peace, but his case remains very much alive. His parents continue to fight for what they believe is complete justice. Their grandson, Cody, grows up without his father, caught between two families with very different versions of the truth.
He's scratching.
That's okay.
It's Daddy.
Yes.
Who's that right there? Who's that?
Okay, watch that shit. We done, bro. It's the end of this video, bro. That nigga so high. Bro, it's fucked up, bro. Nigga, your daddy died trying to help you have a better life and be in your life, bro. You can't say this shit ain't sad. Oh, I can't lie. Thank y'all for watching the video. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the video. You feel what I'm saying? Anyway, suggested video gonna be here. Recommended video here. Subscribe. Peace out.